News for Dummies.
This is Israel and I'm Mariana. Here in today's news, John River just passed away. The actress died from a vocal surgery.
In other news, Apple just released the new iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. It also launched a new watch with many functions. It is just like having an iPod or iPhone in your watch. If you want to know more information about this, you can visit www.apple.com. And now, we're going to talk about the Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement, with just advancing negotiations for the entrance of new members.
I tend to say that before this negotiation, there were just 4 countries involved. But the benefits of this agreement are so attractive for the economy that has capped other countries' interest by trying to get involved in this agreement. Talk with Monse Iga
And Daniel Benavides.
who are experts in this subject.
Monse, can you hear us?
Hi, yes, I can hear you. How are you, Mariana and Israel? I will tell you what the Trans-Pacific Partnership is. It is a proposed regional free trade agreement that is currently being negotiated by 12 countries throughout the Asia-Pacific region. These countries are Australia, Brunei, Canada, Chile, Japan, Malaysia, Mexico, New Zealand, Peru, Singapore, the US, and Vietnam.
Thank you, Israel. Now I will talk about the advantages of the Trans-Pacific Partnership. There will be a lot of advantages in this partnership. For example, the companies, citizens, and the government of the Trans-Pacific Partnership will have many advantages that will conduce to increase the trade of goods and services between the countries involved. Also, we can add that it can open new markets in the countries that are not the free trade partner. I would like to add that this will enhance small businesses, that exporter companies can benefit because they will have more countries to which they can export their products. By consequence of this, manufacturing products will increase, which will create new employments and will make the economies from the Trans-Pacific Partnership countries to accelerate and creating a strong independence. In global and political terms, this can give us an idea of power and impact in all over the world. For example, this agreement will form this agreement that it will consider like some sort of ally between the countries, and this ally can benefit to prevent wars and support each other. Also, we can add that this agreement will open something very important, and it's the rule book. The rule book, it's a new rule book on issues like labor, and environment, investment, competition, and policy, and SOES. This is developed, and this will cause an increase on the foreign direct investment by giving investors a secure of a way of opportunity with no negative loss whatsoever. With this new rule book, the countries will agree to follow the rules, and this will have a big impact in the economies of the Trans-Pacific Partnership, because it will force them to have a certain labor environmental conditions. The Trans-Pacific Partnership will benefit also from workers because it will internationally be recognized as labor rights, and also it will enforce all the participants between the countries. Last but not least, the conclusion will be in the advantages. This will help all countries to have access to information discovered in other countries and take advantages of the benefits of this new information. This is very good for technology information advantages because it will be like some sort of trespass. If the Trans-Pacific Partnership get to exchange information and get a good data flow, the companies can be very, very, very benefited because it will help them to improve their manufacturing process, their information, technological processors, and many other things that could help technologically to improve. Now, my friend Ming-Ching will say the disadvantages of the Trans-Pacific Agreement. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. Let me tell you some of the main disadvantages of the Trans-Pacific Partnership. First, it will give multinational companies more power over the government. Second, the Trans-Pacific Partnership will affect sensitive industries of the negotiating countries, since they will need to remove tariffs on all the products. For example, the cost of living will be more expensive for countries where national agricultural products were subsidized by the government. And third, The TPP will have a negative environmental impact. It will lead to faster consumption of all the natural resources around the world. Thank you.
And now, back to the studio, we will have the opportunity to talk with two of the representatives of New Zealand and the ambassador of the United States.
We are here with Balbina Gomez, who is ambassador of the United States of America, and she's here to talk about the Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement. Hi Balbina, we are very pleased to have you here today. How are you?
Hi, thank you, Laura. I'm very fine, thank you. I'm very excited of you having me here so we can discuss about this topic.
Okay, well, Balbina, can you please tell the public what are some of the benefits you think this agreement will have in America?
Of course, when the TPP is completed, it will unlock opportunities for American people, also for workers, families, and businessmen. This is going to happen because it will provide increased access to some of the fastest growing markets in the world. Also, this agreement will provide a strong and enforceable labor standards and environmental commitments, also a robust and balanced intellectual property rights framework, and a thriving digital economy. It will also include commitments that will improve the transparency and consistency of the regulatory environmental to make it easier for small and medium-sized business to operate across the region. By opening these new markets to the American products, TPP will help ensure that we are not left behind by our competitors in a vital region of the world.
Okay, well, can you mention some of the objectives that you have in this agreement?
Yeah, one of the objectives is to eliminate tariffs for the U.S. products exports to the TPP countries. Another of the objective is to liberalize access services to companies and to investment companies. And also in the labor area, there will be force that the countries base their labor rights on the Labor Rights Association. And also it will be well, there's many objectives. I can do a long list, but I think
Thank you, Laura. And now we will have our last connection of the day with a representative of New Zealand.
Good morning. My name is Teresa Krutsch and I am a news reporter live from New Zealand. Today I will give you some facts about the Trans-Pacific Partnerships, which include my country, New Zealand. How does the free trade help Kiwi business to operate in foreign countries? 5 of New Zealand's top 10 trading partners are included in the TPP negotiations. Countries like Australia, the United States, Japan, Singapore and Malaysia are the most important trading partners of New Zealand. The TPP negotiation parties account for 45% of New Zealand's total trade. The benefits for New Zealand's business from TPP includes tariff elimination and reduced costs for exporters, more opportunities to access government contracts, and reduced barriers to service, trade and investments. That was a live report from New Zealand.
Well, that will be all for today's vlog about the Trans-Pacific Partnership, and now we will go to commercials and back soon with more information about Chicharito's first game with Real Madrid.